Hey everyone, welcome back to Label Grid's channel. Before we get into today's breakdown, if you're an artist, manager, or label trying to understand how modern music marketing actually works, not theory, not trends, but real-world strategy, this channel is for you. I'm Valeria, Media Manager at Label Grid. In this channel, we break down artist rollouts, brand strategy, and growth systems behind the biggest careers in music. If that's useful to you, make sure to subscribe now because today's case study is one of the smartest brand pivots we've seen in pop music in the last decade. Let's get started. In the music industry, there is a very dangerous place that a lot of artists fall into. It's called the hit maker trap. And this is where you can have billions of streams, global radio success, songs everyone knows, but almost no real brand equity. People recognize the song, but they don't recognize you. For years, Zara Larsson was the perfect example of this problem. Lush Life, Never Forget You, and Symphony. These were global records, massive, inescapable, but despite all that success, Zara herself often felt invisible inside her own catalog. She had hits but not ownership, reach but not leverage, attention but not a fully defined brand. But in 2025, that completely changed. Watching Zara Larsson this year from a marketing perspective felt like watching someone reclaim their intellectual property, their narrative, and their long-term value in real time. She didn't just release an album, she launched a label, a tour, and a fashion brand, all while turning a 10-year-old hit into a new viral acquisition engine. Today, we're breaking down the 4 pillars behind the Zara Larsson 2025 strategy and why this rollout matters for artists, managers, and labels right now. First pillar, Sommer House. The foundation of this entire rebrand didn't actually start in 2025. It started years earlier, when Zara did something that's still rare, especially for female pop artists. She bought back her master recordings from 10 Music Group. That one decision changed everything, because in 2025 we saw the full realization of that move through her new label, Sommer House. From a marketing standpoint, this wasn't just a business decision, it was a narrative shift. Zara was no longer framed as just a pop singer, she was framed as a founder, a CEO, a decision maker. When Midnight Sun dropped on September 26, 2025, almost every interview focused on her independence, and that independence unlocked something extremely important: release control. Instead of waiting for a major label calendar, Zara ran a single per quarter strategy. Pretty Ugly in April, Midnight Sun in June, Crush in August. This kept her visible all year long. From a marketer's lens, that's owning your share of voice, not spiking once and disappearing. Ownership isn't just about money, it's about speed, flexibility, and creative control. Second pillar, Lush Life and community-led virality. Now let's talk about one of the smartest moves of the entire campaign. Lush Life. Instead of running from an old hit, Zara leaned into it. In 2025, a 10-year-old song became the primary marketing engine for her tour. But here's the key: she didn't force a trend, she created a ritual. During the Midnight Sun tour, Zara started bringing a fan on stage every night to perform the original Lush Live choreography. Then she spray painted their shirt live on stage. This was what we call community-produced content. Every night, thousands of fans filmed it, posted it, and shared it. And suddenly, the concert wasn't just a show, it was an experience you wanted to be part of. Julia Sophie Koster went viral after her Amsterdam performance. It wasn't just a feel-good moment. It became a global press story. It landed Zara on Good Morning America. That's what happens when fans stop being passive listeners and become part of the narrative. Third pillar, brand verticalization. In October 2025, Zara made her most strategic move yet. She launched Main Rose, her lingerie and first layer essentials brand. This is what marketers called brand verticalization. Instead of relying only on streaming revenue, she expanded into a category where her aesthetic, identity, and audience already existed. The launch was smart for 3 reasons. First, distribution. She used her 8.7 million Instagram followers as her primary sales funnel. Second, credibility. She partnered with designers connected to Agnes Studios and 80s, ensuring the brand felt fashion-forward, not like merch. Third, timing. The Pink Holiday campaign dropped during tour season and holiday shopping. Music sold the lifestyle sold the product. That's how you build an ecosystem, not a one-off drop. Fourth pillar, memes and visual identity. One of the most underrated parts of Zara's 2025 strategy was how she handled meme culture. When the Symphony Dolphin meme resurfaced, she didn't fight it, she embraced it. She leaned fully into a Y2K neon dolphin aesthetic, even collaborating with Lisa Frank on a limited edition Midnight Sun CD. That's recontextualization. She took a joke and turned it into a collectible brand asset, and that visual language carried through her tour, her content, and her packaging. Your visuals are part of your product, not decoration. So what did this strategy actually deliver? In 2025, Zara Larsson earned her fourth #1 album in Sweden, secured her first Grammy nomination, and launched a global fashion business expanding into 2026, past 10.5 billion total streams. But more importantly, she escaped the hit maker trap. She didn't just make music, she built infrastructure. She didn't just chase reach, she built ownership. And that's the future. Now, before we grab, let's make this practical, especially if you're an independent artist watching this. You don't need Zara Larsson's budget to apply these lessons. First, ownership creates leverage. Even partial ownership, your masters, your visuals, your brand, gives you speed and control. Second, consistency beats virality. Zara didn't chase one moment, she stayed visible all year with intentional releases. Third, your back catalog is an asset. All songs aren't dead, they're entry points. Use them to pull new fans into your current world. Fourth, community scales faster than ads. When fans feel included, they market for you. And finally, think beyond music. Your sound, visuals, content, and identity should all tell the same story. That's how you build a brand, not just a release. If you want more breakdowns like this, real artist strategy, real marketing systems, subscribe to Label Grid. We post deep dives every week for artists, managers, and labels building long-term careers, not short-term moments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!